Yeah. So if you just carry on what we're talking about, Bitcoin or the centralized system, that system must extract from you, and it has to centralize, no matter who's in leadership of it. And so what ends up happening, like today, there's a whole bunch of people that are fighting the globalists by concentrating more control in the technocrats, under an illusion that the technocrats will be better in the control system than the globalists. One world government, WEF versus the technocrats and everything else. And so they're inside this bubble, yelling at other people inside this bubble, while it extracts more and more of their time to further its agenda. And I'm not saying this is bad people, right? I'm saying that incentives around this create more and more of this. And so you're yelling into the void while it's sucking their energy. And if you just added up the time they're doing that to their day, each individual's day, and you're saying, is it providing them value? That perception of value, different. That perception of value will feel like love. It'll feel like connection, because you'll always find somebody in there, no matter how radical, no matter how mad you are, or how you'll find somebody in there that will mirror that and say, you're great. And it'll suck more and more attention out, and it has to centralize. So as it centralizes, then because that system is centralizing, it has to, anything that's an opposing voice to that centralization has to, the algorithm has to downplay it, because people can't see it, because it's, and so that's why you see people on YouTube creating all of these things, getting super mad and spending more time yelling into YouTube, why are you cutting my voice off? Because your voice has to get cut, because because if you're talking about a free market, you're the opposite of that market. And so that same thing will happen on X. And so it's interesting that people believe that Elon's a savior when 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 in China, X is different than it is somewhere else and in a different country, and all for the economic rationale that the centralization and the Elon's cars wouldn't sell in China without that. So you can't be an advocate of free speech in an economic model that is centralizing, because it has to be against free speech. So when I saw Nostr and what Nostr is, now it's early, I saw, I'm going to vote with my time to move into the thing that cannot be stopped. It won't be stopped. Built onto Bitcoin, and your voice can't be cut off. And if one of the um, apps tries to say, no, this doesn't matter anymore, you just close that app and you go to a different app, right? Because all the apps, because you own your data, you own your, the users follow you or your npub. So what that means is that's at the protocol level. There is no app that's trying to manipulate you and farm you for information to centralize their business. They're all in service of you. So that was very much aligned with my ethos of where the market is going to move in time. And as one system gets more centralized, then this system it's early, but it's emerging, it's evolving, it's getting stronger and stronger. And this one's the antidote for this one. So just very similar reason that I'm in Bitcoin. I'm in Bitcoin because it resolves that paradox. And why was I in Bitcoin earlier than many others? Is because I saw it earlier. Right? Why am I in Nostr earlier than many others? So I saw it earlier. Why am I in Fediment earlier than others? Because I saw these things are needed to build the rails to resolve what's coming. And as centralization gets worse and worse, and more people wake up to the fact, oh, it's too late, I'm stuck in this loop, they're going to need to find Bitcoin desperately, and they're going to need to find the alternatives desperately.
And what I hear, just to end up with in all of your share, is the more decentralized, the better, and that the more that we all move into what we believe and how we want to see the world, the more peace you have.
Yeah, pretty much. You are, Your world is a reflection of your beliefs and your actions, your words, thoughts, actions. And while that's hard to see, you'll want to for people. I know what's going on in their mind right now because it used to go on in my mind. They'll take all the things that are really good in their lives and they'll say, "Yep, there it is." But here it's that other person. Here it's that other person. And when you realize here and here is you too, then you'll really understand what I just said. And that is literally a mirror reflection. So you create the world through your intention, what you do, the people you impact every day, what your actions. You create the world you see, and that is a unique view for you. That is different for every single person on this planet from their unique view. And I'm not saying it's untrue. Like your view does create your reality, and mine is true for me. Yours is true for you. Each is true. The question is, what do you want it to be? What do you aspire it to look like? What if you were unstoppable in every different way and you have total peace and love and you were in that energy all the time?